Hey, welcome back to Rock Stardust. My name is Robbie, and today I know their flavour of the month, but Led Zeppelin, the ranking of the catalogue. I haven't done this yet. Like, I don't do a lot of ranking album shows, but this one I've been thinking about this for quite a while, and obviously there is a lot going on at the moment with the movie Becoming Led Zeppelin, which I'm booked in to see next weekend. So I'm looking forward to that very much. I've heard some really good reviews about it. But this is going to be cool because I am a huge fan and I have been wanting to do this ranking for a while. So we're going to go through the 9 studio albums, including Coda, and ranking from 9 down to 1. This is an incredibly hard task because the catalogue is so strong. It's actually very difficult to rank it. So I'm sure you guys will have your own opinion on your favourites and where you see it. But I'll also be doing 3 of my favourite tracks off each album, so just to break that down as we go through it. So let's get underway. Not surprising, the first album is Coda. Okay, so that's the retrospective album after John Bonham died, but it's still got some great material on here and it's a really good recording. But my personal favourites would be We're Gonna Groove. Obviously the great live version of I Can't Quit You Baby, that I just dig, and Wearing and Tearing. Okay, so that's your number 9. And at number 8 I've got In Through the Outdoor. Actually another album that's very good quality, like in terms of the songs, and obviously John Paul Jones taking the mantle on this one. But there's some really good tracks on here as well. And so In the Evening for me, and Carouselambra, never get this right. That's awesome. I also dig I'm Gonna Crawl because of that just passionate vocal performance from Plant, and the way it builds. It's classic. And Through the Outdoor, right? Number 7, we've got Led Zeppelin 1. This is a good old copy here. Now obviously with Becoming Led Zeppelin, this has sort of come back into vogue because there's a lot of footage around that. But the band, for a debut album, it's actually smoking hot. It was huge, powerful, just jumped out the gates. And I actually still really enjoy listening to it. My favourite tracks off here are the first 2, Good Times, Bad Times, and Babe, I'm Gonna Leave You, for sure. And I really dig, How Many More Times as well. And I quite like Black Mountain Side too. That's the classic Led Zeppelin one. Now this is going to be interesting. I'm sure some of you will maybe disagree on this, but I'll go through why. Houses of the Holy. Okay, obviously full of incredible songs and creativity, and amazing artwork as well. And just we'll look into that as well. But what I never gelled for me was the production. I felt like it was a bit murky, and so for me it never made the listening experiences as pleasurable for me. Even though the songs are magnificent, they actually got better on this, and I'm referring to the Song Remains the Same track, the Rain song, right, and No Quarter, which are brilliant songs, and they don't come out of the gates like they should on this recording with the production. So that's my reasoning for that, to having it so low. But at the same time, it's got some absolute gems on it. And favourite tracks for me, obviously, Dancing Days. I just love that. I saw Stone Temple Pilots play that as well, with Scotty Whelan singing. That was brilliant. No Quarter, and the Song Remains the Same. I really dig the Rain song. Okay, so look, it's hard to rank this so low. The Ocean's brilliant, absolutely brilliant song. It's just my personal feeling on the production, so I don't tend to play it as much in that recording sense. Okay, so where are we anyway? So we've got, so we went 9, 8, 7, 6. We're at number 5. Hey, by the way, guys, if you're enjoying this, there's a teaser. Please do like and subscribe. It means a lot to me. It takes about a second to subscribe, but it helps grow the channel and the community. And please, add your comments in the comment section. We've got a lot of subscribers that already do that, and it's great fun, and it gives a more complete picture of what we're discussing here, which is a brilliant band, one of the greatest bands of all time, and my personal ranking. But it's all about you guys and what you think as well, because we've all got our own opinions, and it's so awesome, this catalogue. So at number 5, Led Zeppelin 2, The Brown Bomber. Hey, stepping up from the first album, this just has so many great tracks, and I love the production value of it. It really rocks, and looking at these tracks, my favourite tracks definitely are, the Lemon Song for me. I love Thank You, Heartbreaker. Where do you stop? But yeah, there's just 3 of them that I really dig in. I know Ramble On is a personal favourite. Okay, so I know I'm breaking the rules here. I'm doing 4 instead of 3. Okay, here we go. At number 4, a little contentious, Presence. This was my first Led Zeppelin album that I ever, heard. So it's one of those as well. Okay, so how's that? My first song that I ever heard of Led Zeppelin's was Achilles' Last Stand. And that's going to make a huge impression on a young kid, right? And it bloody did, it was a turning point. I was fascinated by it. Absolutely still am. I think it's one of their greatest ever tracks. Possibly their greatest track, in my opinion. The way that it kicks in there. John Bonham is absolutely on fire. Jimmy Page is just doing the most incredible riffs and great solo. Plant is singing the house down, and John Paul Jones is just bass playing is insane. Achilles' Last Stand for me is a phenomenal track. Up there and probably in the top 10 greatest rock songs of all time. I love it, and I really dig listening to this album. So, it comes back to, that whole thing about what you tend to play most. All right. And Hypnosis artwork, great stuff. So, yeah, this album, Achilles' Last Stand, For Your Life, the first 2 tracks again are absolutely killer. You find that a lot on their albums. T for 1. Dig that, please. Number 3. Oh, Led Zeppelin 3. How about that? Alright, great album, absolute classic. I love it with the mix of hard rock, heavy riffing, and then the folk element. It's a cool album, and it's if anything, it's really grown in my affections as well. Favorite tracks on here, definitely Immigrant Soul. How powerful, it's brooding, it's awesome, and I really dig Since I've Been Loving You. I think it's one of the greatest modern blues takes ever put down on a record. The way that just absolute brute, to feel is amazing on the vinyl when you play that. It's just got incredible sensibility, and it's amazing. The playing, Plant singing is absolutely stellar, incredible. And obviously other favourites here, without a doubt, those 2. I'm a big fan of Tangerine as well, and obviously, Celebration Day. Yeah, That's the Way is awesome too. When do you stop on these albums? They're just so amazing. Okay, at number 2, Led Zeppelin 4, or the Zozo album. It was actually untitled, or The Man with Carrying a Bunch of Sticks on his back. Sweet as, this is just, hey, a lot of this stuff's been a bit overplayed, so I don't tend to put it on as much, but it is just incredible and one of the greatest rock albums of all time. And I happen to have my setting today next to a stairway. You notice that? Pretty smart. Trying something different there with the old link to stairway here, Stairway to Heaven. yeah, look, brilliant album. My favourite tracks on here, without a doubt. The Levy's Gonna Break, when the levee breaks, and Battle of Evermore. I really dig that. It's brilliant. And funnily enough, I dig Four Sticks because it's so different, that unique timing signature. So, and obviously the big songs are brilliant, but I've probably heard them more than I need to. Number one. Great. Love this album. I know it's a mix of different stages, you know, outtakes of House of the Holy and other albums, and then obviously fresh material. But to me, it's the perfect complete package. And if you had to take one album to a desert island to, you know, for Led Zeppelin to cover all the bases that they did so magnificently, this would be the one. And to introduce someone that's never heard Led Zeppelin, and I'm thinking, man, if someone's never heard Led Zeppelin, how lucky are they? Because first of all, they're very unlucky for not having that in their lives, but they'll have the opportunity to start from scratch. Imagine that. Unbelievable. But look, just a fantastic double album. It takes you on a journey. And my favourite tracks here, for sure, you know, The Rover, 10 Years Gone. And I would say, outside of those, I really love In the Light. Okay, so those are my three favourite, but there's so many on here that are just awesome, like the Wonton song. Okay, so here we go again. But yeah, great album, great cover. I actually visited that St. Mark's Place some years ago, and that was a real experience. So look, there's my top, you know, ranking of the Led Zeppelin catalogue. I hope you enjoyed that. I hope you're out there listening to them. I hope you go and see that movie. Thanks again for watching. Please do subscribe. Add your comments in the comment section. Give it a like. And we'll catch you next week. Thanks for watching Rock Stardust.